Good morning.
Hey guys.
And it's hump day.
Hump day.
Yes.
You know, I can't resist a moment to say that.
I know. Neither can the news person down here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have our own news, but
Mr. Owen on Channel 2.
Yeah, Houston News.
He lifts his head up and hollers it out real loud for all the studio
I thought you were talking about somebody over here.
Oh, okay.
Oh. And tomorrow.
Listen, we have a bunch of news channels here in Harrisburg, like state capital, but nothing ever happens here. Mm-hmm. So it's literally hours of nonsense. You know, a cat got stuck in a tree and, you know, somebody's house caught on fire and there was an accident at this intersection. It's like, that is not news. Oh, right. Like, that's not stuff we all need to know or else. Right. But that's what happens around here. So that's what they report on.
No, in Houston, it's like reading the obituary.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even have to.
How many? It's not who got gunned down. It's how many got gunned down.
And that's why we watch Houston News to see who got
killed. That is a sad thing to do. You know, you feel like you never want to go there.
It is. It's terrible.
I don't. I just hate having to drive through Houston to get to Dallas. I hate it. I do.
See, back in the 80s, my dad went to work in Houston. Mm-hmm. He was there for 3 months. Mm-hmm. After 3 months, he couldn't hack it anymore, and he flew back to Puerto Rico after 3 months. Mm-hmm. The following year, he decided to go to Miami. This time, my brother got attached with him, and my brother wanted to go with him everywhere he was going to go. I don't know. My brother was always very close to my dad. Mm-hmm. So they both left together. And that was it. Once he went to Miami, I guess by having my brother and having family in Miami, he felt better. So eventually, 6 months later, my mom and my sister and me, we flew there, and I went back to Puerto Rico to finish high school. Mm-hmm. But if I would have stayed in Miami, I would have lost a whole year of it. So I went back to Puerto Rico to finish high school. And then in 82, I flew back to Miami, and that was it. We stayed in Miami till 93 that I went back to Puerto Rico to open a Toys R Us stores in the west side of the island for 2 weeks, and I stayed there 6 years. So 99, I went back to Miami, and then that was it. You know, Miami, New York, Virginia, back to New York, now Georgia. So
nice.
Check that out, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm here.
I've just lived here my entire life.
I've been here 6 years. I retired down here. I said, I'm going to where I can cruise and be away from grandkids. And then what did they do? They sent the grandkids down here for the summer. Hot diggity dog.
Yep.
So
and started making more.
Yeah.
More. So Cheryl, are you a native Texan?
Yes. I stayed in El Cajon, California when I was married. My husband was in the Navy. And so I got to see stuff, you know, because he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
And then I met
another guy that was in the Navy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I met
and that's something.
She likes sailors, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, and their birthday is on the same day.
In October.
Go figure.
You got to replace Jeremy.
She likes Scorpio sailors. Good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Go Live Together. We are your host and hostess. I'm Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Up top is Eddie and Scott. That was a perfect segue into the show. I just wanted to. I wanted to let you know.
But I wanted to tell people I'm getting a package today.
Yes, she online ordering has resumed here at the Boucher household, and a
whole bunch of yarn and bows for Hannah's hair.
Yarn. Go figure.
I got a package yesterday that was so big and heavy it had to be delivered by tractor trailer.
Oh my God.
He bought a new puppet so he could go hide at night.
Yeah, you beat me.
Is that your tree house, Scott?
Yeah, you beat me. I can't.
I know.
I would be, oh man, I would sleep with my packages if I got packages like that. Yeah, I like shopping, and I'm back.
Keep. No.
Welcome into the show. Hashtag
No.
Team Replay. First of all, thank you for coming back for the show. We always appreciate you guys coming in. If you are here for that purpose, please let us know in the comments section by typing in replay. But for those of you that are here right now and joining in the show, good morning and welcome in. Yo, Brooklyn and House Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in.
How does he get here first?
Good morning.
I want to know, how does he get here first?
He has the link.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. And so does everybody else. You know, if you have the notification bell set, it should show up in your
I'm going to learn how to
subscriptions
edit
tab.
everybody. Well, I don't know when, but that wasn't a request.
2037.
Right?
Yeah, probably when Scott put his first vlog out. You know, but I did ask, didn't I?
Yep.
I did ask.
She did. She said, I want to learn how to edit.
Yeah.
Traveling with Tinkerbell has made it into the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie.
And she says, good morning, everyone. Happy hump day.
Okay.
Have a fantastic day. And thank you for that donation of fairies in the chat. And Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
My favorite Canadian couple.
Ryan Parker has made it in. Morning from sunny Florida. Welcome into the show.
Welcome. Yes.
Yeah, Ryan is one half of PK Adventure Travel.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sea Leg Journeys has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Scott Smith has made it in. Driving and listening. Good morning.
And
Good morning.
yeah, I'll go back and watch. But I'm having pain issues, so I didn't get up this morning to catch the Wacky Wednesday.
You know,
It's doing a lot of this.
Yeah.
No. This week is a perfect storm for us. Okay. So it's spring break here in Galveston. So the kids are with us all day, every day.
24/7.
Yep. And then we have the alarm set for 7:30, 30 minutes before we come on to the show. And so that's why we still have coffee in our cups, believe it or not. You know, we haven't been up for hours. We just woke up and turned the machine on.
And I have home health care coming.
I could never do the show unless I have already been up for hours. I could never just roll out of bed and straight to the show. I could never.
I have to take a quick shower. I have to do that.
Yep.
Ooh.
All of that.
But I do. I have home health care coming every day. And man,
I'm already on my second cup.
And then we got the time change to deal with. So it's a perfect storm of a really bad mess of a show.
Yes.
Controversial cruising. Good morning.
What's up?
And wait, before you go any further, we are going to Coops because
Yeah, that's one thing I want to bitch to you guys about.
Oh, well, see.
Oh, the soul food place?
Oh, let me tell you, we had never been there, and they opened up the latter part of last year. They just opened up, and we're glad that Controversial Cruising went to show us, because that wasn't our first choice of barbecue place down here. You know, we go to two other places, Queens or Pit Stop, but he showed, and Coops is right here by us.
I like Pit Stop myself.
But Coops is right here, and he got one of those sampler things, and it was enough to feed us all. You know, so yeah, I enjoyed it.
Go get
Half of it would have been mine.
Go get a 4-meat plate.
Good.
PK Adventure Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Emily is here. Hello.
Hey, Emily.
Good morning.
Ilya.
Good morning. Good Wednesday morning. Waiting for our dog's groomer. That'll work.
Everybody's waiting on something.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on my yarn.
That's going to be 7:00 tonight.
I'm waiting.
It is.
Stand by the door.
That's the post office. You got to get out there by those boxes.
I am. I'm going to wait by the.
You going to get your sign?
Oh,
my mail first. My mail first.
You know, I do that. I do
Right?
the signs. I do.
That'll be good physical therapy for you. Heather would be so proud.
Oh.
Cruising with Calandra has made it in. Good morning.
Miss Crone herself.
New York City.
I think it's him. We got corrected yesterday. We were, yes.
Oh.
And I do apologize for that. Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
And Mike is asking Billy a question here. Did you find your magnets yet, Captain Billy J? Oh, okay. Here we go. All of magnets were returned upside down and with upside down pineapple magnets. Wow.
And I have an upside. I mean, I have upside down. I have a. Show them your shorts that you're wearing today.
Oh, my pineapple shorts.
Yes.
Well,
show them your shorts.
I don't know. I'm pretty tall, but let's see how this goes.
No, you got the. There you. Now we can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the way.
Oh wait, Scott didn't want to see your shorts.
He didn't want to see my shorts.
Yeah, it wasn't the bad.
That had nothing to do with it.
Okay, well that'll work. Destination Fun has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Here's the usual.
Clock and others were involved.
Clock and others were involved.
I'm glad that he's not blaming me. I finally met Sherry 4K in Helen, and she's almost a foot taller than me.
And here's some people that are hitting the water this weekend. House of X Entertainment Inc.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I know they excited.
Have fun.
Sherry's cursing me out anyway.
And Mike and Rihanna says, Timu.
That's right.
You know, here's the thing. I am totally over Timu.
Really?
I am over Timu.
Wow.
Oh, guess what? The physical therapy persons asked me, "Do you shop at Amazon?" And we both looked at it. Like,
we both just chuckled.
Crazy. Yeah, we do shop, and she wanted me to get something that goes like this and pulls the other side up by itself. Drop it.
And Cruising with Keith has a moving thing here. It says, I've been in Queens most of my life now, where you get the best bagels and pizza in the world, and now I'm in Westchester.
Keith, man, you know what? You're my buddy, you're my pal, Keith, but I gotta disagree with you on this one. You know, gotta disagree with you. So
Ocean Travel has made it in. What's up, Bruce?
Good morning.
Bedman.
There's definitely another New York borough that is where it's at for all of that.
Okay.
Right. Which one?
Brooklyn, of course.
Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, listen, have you ever, I'm sure you've heard, Brooklyn style pizza and things like that, right? You never heard Queen style pizza?
No.
That's right.
Right.
Suck it up.
Or even Manhattan.
Because our
exactly. Right. Yeah. You never heard like, bagels from the Bronx.
Our great grandbaby was spotted yesterday on FaceTime with us, just tooling around Times Square like she's a big girl.
Yes, and wasn't scared of the big guy.
Oh the big transform Bumblebee and the Hulk was out there.
She wasn't scared.
She wasn't scared at all. She walked up to Bumblebee.
Yeah, she's like a year and 3 months.
Captain Billy J says, we moved to Florida from Iowa 8 years ago this month. I thought I moved far enough away from my family, but now they keep visiting me.
Nothing you can do about,
they send the kids. Just wait. The kids will be coming.
Yeah, but Captain lives in like lower Alabama, Florida, though, right? Like he doesn't live in Florida.
And
Pensacola. He's in Pensacola.
Yeah, Pensacola. That's where he lives.
Najuma Brown, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in. Rihanna is sick today.
Oh,
that sucks. And also, Emily said the groomer just texted me and she has to reschedule. She is ill. Something is going around.
Up there in New York, probably.
Yeah, that's what she said in New Rochelle.
And let's see. I think, time change. Cruising on the high seas
and travel
has made it into the chat. Good morning.
He should be at work.
8 meat plate. See, that's what we got to do.
I'm telling you,
an 8 meat plate.
That looked good. And
I'm telling you that those 2 ribs, mine. I know Alice would have got grabbed the bean and the leg of chicken, but those 2 ribs, it would have been the first thing I grabbed. The ribs.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
And he made it look like it was so good.
It looked like they're trying to sway you to go do more shopping. It says Cheryl needs the damn it doll. LOL.
Oh, no, this works.
Good morning. Good morning from the cruise nuts. What's going on?
Oh,
Texas in the house.
And you know what? I keep telling Jeremy, your birthday, Scott's birthday, and his birthday on the Paradise.
That's right.
I'm not gonna see him. I'm expecting Eddie to follow you all around to take all of this footage because y'all are gonna be up to something.
Oh, his camera roll is gonna be full for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
All of ours
Because he's gonna capture all of you. He might get you dancing. Who knows?
Perhaps. We'll have to see what's up. And
okay, Eddie.
Elizabeth has made it into the house. What's up?
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, she's talking Southern now. All right.
Well, she is from Memphis.
Right.
Well, bring her down here.
She's a Southerner.
Yeah,
that's a mid country.
And see, here's
born and mostly raised in Memphis.
Oh, okay.
That's mid country.
And see, Eddie, that was proof that I'm not Donald Ducking it. Thank you for recognizing that, Captain Billy J. But yeah, he says Eddie probably is.
Oh, always check it out. Check it out.
Oh no. We believe you. We believe you. We do. We believe you.
What I have to say to somebody, I can't remember who.
Emily says cool shorts, Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I am way back in the chat. We was talking. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. PK Adventure Travel says I can make several houses using the boxes from all my Amazon deliveries.
Oh,
listen, let me tell you, Ryan, there is a video that's since been deleted.
Yeah.
Right. But there are a couple people in the world who actually saw the video.
But not off of our devices.
He was
okay, but there is a video, right, that shows the ultimate. And it was actually the second delivery of its kind,
right?
The ultimate amount of delivery boxes.
You could build a city.
I could have built an entire city out of all of those boxes.
That's facts right there.
And my reward for it was that I got to chase them all over the neighborhood this past Sunday while the wind was blowing them everywhere.
Emily says, coming from New Rochelle, we have good bagels and butter here as well.
I know.
Well, I mean, anybody who's putting butter on a bagel, should be lined up and shot.
You just had it.
I did.
Yeah.
Because
you cannot put butter on a bagel, especially not an NY bagel.
We're out of cream cheese. Traveling with Tinkerbell says 24 days till cruise day.
I'll see your 24 days, Tinker, and come at you with 25.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Yes.
You said you were going to go.
Cruising with Calandra. Born and raised in Brooklyn, simply the best for pizza and bagels. I'm in New Jersey now for about 4 years. And everyone is out here now. LOL.
Yeah, that's what family do. They move where you move. That's what our family does. What are you doing? We'll be down there. Oh man.
And yeah, see, Scott can now catch the show easily. So I love the time change. Absolutely.
Listen, the time change I'm still messed up from it. I'll be messed up from it for like hours. There's one clock in my house that for some reason I can't get to change. And I always end up looking at that clock and thinking to myself, something's not right about what I see there.
That's what happened to us the other day.
And Scott's here talking about the coops. He says the owner, I think his name is PJ or TJ. He just upgraded his smoker. He took us to the back. You can see it on No Pants Profits, to the backyard and showed us his old smoker and the new one. And also the Airbnb called Coop's Coop.
Okay.
That's genius.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, thank you for that, because
where you get 25% off your meal if you stay there before your cruise or whatnot. LOL.
Okay.
That'll work.
How much was this meal, Scott?
Oh yeah, that too. Because he had a big thing. You saw that, right? He had a big old
the Templar. Yeah.
I mean, most of the time, barbecue tends to be on the pricier side. So
yeah.
Rihanna's
was around $40 for it, maybe.
Rihanna's Life Adventures is checked in. Good morning, everyone. I managed to catch the nasty cold that is going around.
Oh no!
Feel better, Rihanna.
Yep. So y'all sent the weather and caught the cold.
Yes.
Oof. And Traveling with Tinkerbell says, "Let's see this video, Scott."
No.
It's time.
Listen, it was just like a whole bunch of boxes that I had delivered while I was away on my 10-day cruise.
Right.
But it was so when I was on the Prima and then subsequently the Maravilla right after, I had a whole bunch of boxes delivered, and my son, my poor son, he was here, he had to bring it all in, right? So then when I was on the 10-day on the getaway, I had basically 2.0. I had a whole bunch of other boxes delivered as well. My garage is literally jam packed. You cannot get in or out of my garage right now. And then of course the house was you couldn't get in the front door either. And I mean, literally could not get in the front door. There was so many boxes piled all the way from my front door, all the way up to where I'm currently sitting, which is a decent amount of real estate, right? So, and there's still some boxes here. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not a video I want showing. So,
well, let's say that Toys R Us warehouse had nothing on this guy. Right?
Okay. And I challenged him.
It was crazy, right? And I have these 3 really big sheds out back in my house, and they are stuffed to the gills. I could not get another thing.
Let me tell you, I've challenged Scott because I'm a shopper. I'm a shopper through and through to my soul. And then when he showed me everything that I rescinded. Yeah. I stepped back and I said, I can't do it.
Right.
I'm going shopping in June. When we get back from our celebrity cruise, I'm going to follow him home and fill up my car with a bunch of stuff.
For the longest time, my wife had always said to me, you're impossible to shop for birthdays and holidays and stuff like that, because when I want something, I just buy it.
Right.
Yeah, that's me.
And speaking of which, Controversial Cruising says the 8 meat sampler and 2 craft drinks, soda and iced tea, it was $56.
It's just not a bad deal.
That's enough to feed a small army.
That's what
of
I'm
people.
saying. Because the platter
that would feed all of us.
The food.
I'm telling you, I would have picked out on that.
Sides were big to me.
Yeah.
The ribs, the ribeye, the sausage that was cut in there. I would have ate all there.
Oh man, it looks so good. Oh, he just did it like this.
I was going to have the mac and cheese, the beans, and the chicken, and whatever else.
Wow.
So let me tell you something about this, Ryan. Right? Obviously, I go on a lot of cruises, right? But this one I got coming up in 25 days. I am so, it's so unusual for me to be as excited about an itinerary. And just because itineraries are so stale for me, right? Maybe not for a lot of other people, but so stale for me. And this itinerary I have coming up is so unique for me that I am just so beside myself waiting for these 25 days to tick by.
Where you headed?
Be on the MSC Divina on an 11-night cruise
Oh,
But we are going to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, which I have never been to
been
before. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to get into Ocho Rios with the damaged dock there, but I've never been to Ocho Rios. We're going to Aruba. I've only ever been to Aruba once.
Wow.
We are then going to Cartagena, Colombia, which I've never been to before. We're going to Costa Rica, as well as Panama, and then following it off in Roatan. Now, I've been to Roatan a bunch of times, and then back to Miami. So a very extremely unique itinerary for me. And I am so excited about it. Now, because our cruise is not going through or even partially through the canal, my wife and I have scheduled a nearly entire day long excursion in Panama where we'll actually be on a bus all the way to the west coast of Panama to the Pacific coast, where we will board a small vessel and sail the entire canal back to the Caribbean side. And I am just beside myself with excitement over it. Cannot wait.
Get them batteries ready, man.
Listen, and I'm thinking to myself, there is a good possibility, a really good possibility, that the muster drill will break with chronological order and release those vlogs very soon after I get back.
Good. Oh my
I'm glad
God.
this thing is getting recorded, so
Yes.
we will remember this day today.
The 13th.
You heard that, Ray, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
And PK Adventure Travel says, loving all the upcoming cruises for everyone. 72 days for my Alaska, 243 for Utopia, and 486 for the Vista. Going to be on the first ship that goes to Celebration Key.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Celebration Key. The only thing that's kind of a downer for me is that I'm excited that I can get on a ship from Baltimore, which is literally only an hour away, and get to Celebration Key. The only problem is that much like Carnival's current Baltimore sailings that stop in Grand Bahama Island, it stops very early and leaves at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon so that it can get back in time for the tide, right? Because it sails up a river in Baltimore and it has to hit that river just right for the tide.
Oh, wow.
And PK Adventure Travel says, trying to squeeze in an MSC in October if my wife can get the time.
Yeah, so I will be on an MSC cruise in October as well. I'll be on the MSC Seashore, I believe, from Port Canaveral. I'll be then spending a week after that in Orlando. And then at the end of that week, I will actually be headed to Tampa to get on the Carnival Paradise for the Booze Cruise 2.0.
Yes, he is going from Yacht Club down to what
Gin
Pop.
So I will be on Yacht Club on that MSC, that October MSC sailing as well. And I will be going from Yacht Club to the garbage now.
Yes. And Cruising with Calandra shares your sentiment here in the same way. My wife has no idea what to get me because I buy everything myself.
I do too. I buy everything myself.
And here is an update here from Captain Billy J. Scott will soon have an Amazon distribution center on his property.
Oh,
I'm telling you, Cap, listen, I'm telling you, when we are saying this, there is no exaggeration here. You would just die if you saw how much stuff showed up at my house while I was gone.
I wanted to go do inventory. That's how bad. My history went back to inventory days back in Toys R Us. I'm like,
You got the shakes.
I need to. I was like, our truck just came in. We had to put it away in the warehouse.
Right.
And Mike says Temu distribution center as well. Oh, wow. Man, this is fun. Cruising with Calandra says 65 days for the freedom of the seas. And Tinkerbell has some motivation for you, Scott. That would be to finally see a fresh vlog for the mustard reel.
Yes, I think I am definitely, like I said, I think I'm going to definitely break with the order of it and edit it all together and release it as obviously a series of vlogs.
And Captain, if you saw our backyard, it would be real easy for like a shipping barge to pull right up here to the back door.
It would. He's right
here, and we'd just pull it over the fence. You know,
they are literally right.
They don't even have to go to the post office or hit the streets or anything. Just pull up the barge straight from China, right there. Yep, that's all they got to do. Here's another cruise countdown. Emily says 396 days for me. The MSC Seascape.
Nice.
So we can watch her vlogs for the Seascape because we're going on the Seascape.
Yes, we are. As soon as it hits the outline, we are out of here.
Until World America comes out, Seascape is the newest
of
that class ship, and then I think the last of that class ship, and they'll be on to the world class. There's already Europa, World America, and then we'll see what comes after that. So.
Yep. So we are all caught up in the chat, and that means that we got to show you our friends right here. I hope they are up and about. I know they got the somebody's
in there.
Yep. And let's see. Yeah, they hit in the water. And that's good.
They're not even scared of him.
No, they're not. That's the one who gives them fish.
Oh,
of course. And we are waking up to 67 degrees here in Galveston with 96% humidity and partly cloudy. Today is calling for some rain, a little bit, scattered thunderstorms at 4 o'clock during normal sail away time. It's going to be 73 degrees with 89% humidity and scattered thunderstorms. So if you're coming here for spring break, just expect to get wet a little bit. But then again, our weather report doesn't always match what comes out of the sky.
No, because sometimes it comes to the water instead to us.
And speaking of the water, we got some ships out and about just having the time of their life. Where are they today? Let's see where our ships are. The Breeze is in Cozumel. The Dream is in Half Moon Cay. The Jubilee is in Mahogany Bay. The Prima is in Cozumel. The Regal Princess is in Costa Maya. Harmony of the Seas is in Roatan.
Yeah, so that's definitely Roatan there.
And at sea, we got the Voyager of the Seas and the Disney Magic. Look like it's heading back. So the Magic will be here probably on Friday. Yeah. So that will work right there. They're all out and about and having a good time.
And Jackie, I started my TA training yesterday, but I started it with Princess.
She was like, I want my free cruise. Let me just do the training.
Yes.
She logged in.
I got 6.
She logged in expecting to see her name, right?
Yeah.
My team leader put her under me. So every bit of everything that she does is going to have my name on it. And in the middle of the training, I dropped the ball. I'm like, I have to be on the sailing, right? Because the kids were coming in. Hey, Mom, can I go with you? Mom, can I go? I'm like, no, I got to be there because it's under my name. So I started helping her with the training, and we were doing it together. We got six courses under our belt, but we got a long way to go. We just finally said, hey, we've had enough for today. But at the end of it, we will be taking a free Princess cruise, leaving from somewhere.
Regal Princess.
I don't know that we have a choice like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
think we not have a choice.
It may be on certain.
No, there's a list. There's a list. You can't just pick every or any sailing. There's a list, but the list is pretty extensive. I mean, there are a decent amount of cruises on that list. And of course, they're constantly updating it with other, with new ones, different ones. But it's not just to pick any one. But you'll definitely find a sailing that you want to do.
Scott, I don't know if you remember this, but they had this big screen. Okay. And this is why I called you yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It had items that you dragged to Princess Plus or Princess Premier. Princess Plus, Princess Premier. What are the differences, right? We kept getting it wrong. I know we did this thing like 30 times.
And guess who was helping us?
Elijah.
Elijah
was helping us.
And you know what he said? You all are dumb.
Yes. We're reading the list. We're reading the list.
We're actually reading the list to make sure we get it right.
Yeah.
And we
kept
getting
it wrong. You know what it was? The medallion went over on the Premier side.
Yes.
The medallion.
Yes.
The medallion. I'm like, man, no, this is trickery at its very best right here.
Yes.
Arnold Donald needs to have something done. Stephanie Gray, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome into the cruise shenanigans. And we are all caught up in the chat, and you
get kicked out.
You know what that means. It's time for Jeremy Goes Bananas. Oh, this is going to be terrible right here.
Better get ready.
Yeah, get it ready.
Get ready.
Welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I like to read I try to read what happened on this day in history. Today is no different. It is Hump Day, March 13th, 2024. And on this day in history in 1642, the Marquis de Cinq-Mars, a favorite of King Louis VIII of France, signed a secret treaty with King Philip IV of Spain in a plot to overthrow Cardinal Richelieu.
Is that right? Yeah.
Bananas.
No, these are French words. I know.
Right.
I know.
Richelieu.
In 1741, the Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II, who at first was co-ruler with his mother, Maria Theresa, and then acted as sole ruler of the Austrian Habsburg dominions, was born.
Were they short?
I snuck a banana in.
I know, right? I saw that.
In 1809, shortly after Sweden surrendered Finland to Russia, Swedish King Gustav IV Adolf was overthrown. In 1870, artist William J. Glackens, whose paintings of secret scenes and urban life rejected the dictates of 19th century academic art and introduced a matter-of-fact realism into American art, was born.
The street.
It's what?
Street.
Street?
Not secret.
Street scenes. Oh, okay. Street scenes and urban life. In 1881, Tsar Alexander II of Russia was assassinated in St. Petersburg. In 1884, Al-Mahdi began the siege of Khartoum, capital of the Sudan, which was defended by an Egyptian garrison under the British General Charles George Chinese Gordon.
And everybody gets, they've been doing assassinations in Russia since 1800s. Golly, I didn't know that.
In 1886, American aerial photographer Albert W. Stevens, who took the first photograph of Earth's curvature and the first photographs of the moon's shadow on Earth during a solar eclipse, was born in Belfast, Maine.
I didn't know there was a Belfast, Maine.
In 1911, L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of the Church of Scientology, was born in Tilden, Nebraska.
He looks like he's
There's a Belfast, Maryland.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
In 1925, the Tennessee legislature passed a bill that banned the teaching of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution in the state's public schools. In a highly publicized trial, high school teacher John T. Scopes was later convicted of breaking the law. In 1938, the Anschluss, the Anschluss political union between Austria and Germany was announced.
That's cool.
You just made up a word.
I know, right?
Wait.
In 1986, Soviet cosmonauts Leonid Kazim and Vladimir Soloviev were
Bananas.
sent aloft aboard a Soyuz spacecraft to rendezvous with the space station Mir and become its first occupants.
Just stop it. Oh, I can't.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
Okay. In 1996, a gunman invaded a primary school in the small Scottish town of Dunblane and shot to death 16 young children and their teacher before turning the gun on himself. The school shooting resulted in various changes to British gun laws. In 2012, Encyclopedia Britannica Incorporated announced that it was ceasing publication of its print version, the oldest and longest continually published English language general print encyclopedia. And ironically enough, that's the one that I read from every day on this segment is Britannica online.
Google.
In 2013, Jorge Mario the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, was elected Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, taking the name Francis I. He succeeded Benedict the
26th.
That's 16th, who had resigned.
Wow, Cheryl had a banana.
I did because I couldn't see it.
Yep. I can't pronounce that last name at all. Yes, that is a true banana. In 2020, Breonna Taylor, an African-American EMT, was killed by Louisville, Kentucky police officers as they burst into her apartment during a botched raid. Her death led to massive protests by Black Lives Matter activists and others who called for police reform. In 2021, American boxer Marvin Hagler, a durable middleweight champion who was one of the greatest boxers of the 70s and 80s, died at the age of 66.
I didn't know he was dead.
And finally, on this day in 1781, English astronomer William Herschel observed this day in 1781 the seventh planet from the sun, Uranus, first described by him as a curious either nebulous star or perhaps a comet, and named for the father of the god Saturn. So yeah, today Uranus was discovered.
Uranus.
Yeah.
A lot of pre-show discussion over that one, people.
Of course. And that will do it for
Oh, did you hear him? Oh my God.
And that will do it for Jeremy Went Bananas. It's hump day. A good time to discover Uranus. I had to. And you know that you would not have missed the opportunity either, Poppy. CME Traveling has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yeah, you could not miss the opportunity to do that. It's not after dark. K Adventure Travels says, I am really biting my tongue on that aspect. Yep.
Right.
And yeah, Captain Billy J. I do like a nice aft and Uranus. Bam.
By the planet.
See, we all share the same sentiment, quiet as it's kept.
Yeah. Sure.
That cruise ship got a big old butt. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay,
here we go. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Oh, God. Scott.
Morning, cruise news with AFP.
And Uranus.
Stop.
Norwegian Cruise Lines urges passengers to use a passport for Mexico.
What?
So in an email sent to travel advisors and booked guests, Norwegian Cruise Lines is strongly urging all travelers have a valid passport if their cruise vacation includes a stop in Mexico, even if the sailing is on a closed loop that begins and ends in the same U.S. port, hence closed loop. Norwegian Cruise Line strongly encourages all guests obtain a valid passport for any cruise that calls on the Mexico port, the email reads. It is important to note that a valid passport is not required for U.S. citizens on closed-loop cruises from U.S. home ports. The email, however, notes that a variety of scenarios that could happen to travelers in Mexico or other ports of call destinations where passports would be required. For example, if travelers miss an all-aboard time for the cruise ship while visiting Mexico and wish to rejoin the cruise ship at the next port of call, even if that next destination is still in Mexico, they will need to present a passport for that travel. In addition, the guest will be required to pay a visa fee, a possible fine, as well as cover the cost of transportation to the following port. Furthermore, if guests fail to present a passport, the guest must obtain permission from the immigration department to travel to the next port of call without a passport. Similarly, if guests miss the ship's departure from its U.S. port and wish to join the vessel in a foreign port of call, a passport will be necessary to leave and re-enter the U.S. via air travel. In an event, the emergency that requires guests to depart the ship at a foreign port, travelers will also need to present a passport to return to the U.S. Ultimately, a valid passport can make any of these situations far easier and smoother. This can be critical for guests who find themselves in difficult circumstances after missing the ship or disembarking due to a medical emergency or other mitigating factors, situations that can already be immensely stressful and confusing. These reminders and urging guests to obtain passports before cruise travel following several highly publicized instances in recent months, such as 2 women injured in Cozumel and stranded without passports in September of 2023. While that incident happened to Carnival Cruise guests, it could easily happen to any cruise traveler. So very, very important that you have a passport. I always advise my clients, please, whatever you do, get that passport before you travel, because you just never know. So moving on, Royal Caribbean canceling shore tours at troubled destination. Guests looking forward to exciting excursions during their visit to Labadee, Haiti, will have fewer options to choose from in the coming weeks as Royal Caribbean is beginning to cancel select tours for different sail dates. Out of respect to our local communities surrounding Labadee and to ensure guests and crew safety, we are temporarily adjusting our tour offerings. A notification email said, "We're sorry for any inconvenience caused by your safety is our top priority." Now canceled tours, including some jet ski options as well as kayaking tours. Some fishing tours are also affected. And if it appears that any tour that departs from the immediate vicinity of the cruise port, whether for snorkeling, beach breaks, etc., may be canceled as well. All sailings scheduled to call on Labadee are similarly impacted, including upcoming visits by Adventure of the Seas, Explorer, Independence, Oasis, and Symphony. Full refunds are being provided and for the now canceled tours, with the money to be returned to the original form of payment within 14 business days. There are still tours available for guests to enjoy exclusive activities on Labadee, including the Sip and Paint experience with the island's signature rum cocktail, cabana rentals, and ultimate beach luxury, a 2,600-foot Dragon's Breath zip line, and the Dragon's Tail alpine coaster, and more. Exact offerings may vary depending on sailing dates and when guests visit Labadee. Guests can also enjoy nearby beaches, shopping in the Artisan Market and the Artisan Village retail space, have a sip at an exclusive bar, enjoy the paved and color-coded walking tours, and more. Of course, guests can also remain on board the ship, enjoying all the amenities Royal Caribbean vessels are known for. rock climbing walls, miniature golf course, ice skating, flow riders, surf simulators, water slides, and more depending on the ship. At this time, Royal Caribbean International is not removing Labadee from cruise itineraries, but the cruise line is keeping a close watch on local turmoil and ensure the safety of cruise guests and crew members. The safety of our guests and crew are our top priority. Our global security teams are closely monitoring the situation in the area. At all times, we remind guests to remain aware of their surroundings while ashore and follow all State Department guidelines. Should any changes be required, guests will be notified directly. So, of course, this is in response to all the violence that's occurring right now in Haiti. If you've ever been to Labadee, it is an isolated, closed peninsula on the island, and it does have a fence around it, even razor wire around it. It's very beautiful, like any other cruise line, private island type destination. It's very beautiful, very isolated. And it's larger than most of the private island settings that I've been to. Still plenty of things to do there within the compound, for lack of a better way of putting it, and definitely not a need to travel out. We'll keep you updated should Royal Caribbean amend their policies and completely cut out Labadee until things settle down there. So,
and that's the way the news goes.
That's right.
And it's really bad in Haiti.
Yes.
Really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's so bad that the
1,000
is wanting to leave. Well,
the prime minister is resigning. He's just out of
I mean, like he had taken off and flew to the Bahamas.
Yes.
And of course ABC News did an interview with the leader of the I guess, the group that is causing all the violence. And of course, he told them that they would stop the violence immediately if he does, if the prime minister resigns. So that, will remain to be seen. I mean, hopefully you could take him at his word for it, but, who knows? But,
Yep. And PK Adventure Travels commented on the other story. It says, for decades now, we have been taking our passports and always have them with us in port, just in case we miss the ship. Don't want to have more of a headache than missing the ship itself. I do too.
He takes his.
I take mine. It has a permanent spot in my bag, and that's where it lives at all times. From day one, from like our first cruise. But it was like, leave it in the cabin. Leave it in the cabin. I'm like, no.
I take mine with me everywhere. The only time I probably don't take mine with me is when I am on like a private island, like an actual private island, like not like a place like Labadee or say like Amber Cove or something like that. That's actually part of another country. I mean, I'm talking about an actual isolated bona fide island in the Bahamas or something like that. I will typically not take it with me in a situation like that, but anywhere else I will.
Yep. And let's see, the Bud Files have made it in. Hello. Welcome.
Good morning.
Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
And let's see. There is something else. Our daughter sent us this yesterday, and I wanted to show you guys
and then
this.
I even asked, our AI about it, and she said it was one spotted on the coast of
Padre
Island,
South Padre Island,
and then and she confirmed it.
And it's a story from Dallas, Texas TV. It's a Instagram account, and it says officials in Galveston are warning travelers to watch out for venomous blue dragons. I never heard of this, so naturally we did our bot research and found out it's a real thing, and they're native to South Padre Island. So, and I'm noticing some of these comments. I said the same thing. It looks like a new species of Pokemon.
Right.
It does. It does. So yeah, if you're coming down to Galveston, watch out for these things. I don't know. I would love to put this in a vlog or something. Follow it around the beach or whatever. As long as it don't shoot me with its venom, I'm good. All right. Let's see. We're caught up in the chat again. And speaking of ports and beaches and places to go, I know that Eddie has been working on this cruise for many, many months now.
Look at Eddie. He's so handsome.
And we got to see where we going in 229 days. You're on mute, good sir. Yes, you are. You're on mute.
Like always.
I know. I say Eddie is always on mute.
Yes.
Make sure that
anybody.
I'm always making sure that I don't say the wrong thing or say it too loud. So that's
right.
why I'm always in mute.
You're always making sure that you and Pickles aren't having a conversation during somebody else's dialogue.
No, I know there's sometimes I do want to say things and you guys don't let me talk, so I'm like, I put it on mute. This way out.
Oh no. Eddie feels suppressed.
Okay.
Suppressed.
Censored. He's right along with Ben and David here.
Shut the hell up. Listen, let me tell you what the real thing is. October 28, 2024, leaving out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. All of us, we're going to be there. So come on down. Let's go celebrate. These two guys in here, Scott and Jeremy, and also Mike from Cruise Nuts. Let's celebrate their birthdays. And we're going to be in the same cruise. Where? In Carnival Paradise, leaving out of Tampa. We're going to go to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman, October 28. You want to get in? There's some cabins left. Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel. Put your deposit down. Get your cabin ready by July, paid off, and you'll be ready to go. Me and Alice will be there on Saturday to receive everybody that is coming down for the cruise and to hang around and do some bad shenanigans in Tampa before. So yes, I want to eat some Cuban food so bad, and some Cuban coffee too. So you want to be part of it? October 28th. Let's do it. Call Bruce, Ocean to Ocean Travel. Listen to this video.
Who's Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And here's a request from one of the viewers here. Captain Billy J says, can we please keep Eddie on mute permanently? Wow.
I don't know who lets that guy. Somehow he flips in here every time.
Yep. And you got some support coming from the viewership.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Amelia. I appreciate that.
That's right. You got good support system behind you.
Captain might lose his wrench.
Oh.
Keep talking.
Oh, my God.
Oh, by the way, there's a real captain. Her name is Sherry Marcus. That's the new captain. Mr. Billy J. Travels here. It's been demoted. Just doesn't know it yet.
Oh wow!
In Helen, there's a new captain in Helen, so she's about 6 inches taller than me. So she says. So.
Okay, so Scott, we have a topic to discuss here. Do you or someone you know sail without a passport?
Yes, but first, do you know that urban iguanas kiss the side?
Oh, I said a bad word.
Too late.
Look, there's a third kiss.
They're gone.
I said a bad word.
What you said, Cheryl?
So as I had mentioned
Shenanigans.
before, I do travel with a passport, but unfortunately, I have clients that absolutely insist against all of my urging to just sail with birth certificates. In fact, I have some clients who like it's a family that sail, and they absolutely refuse to get passports for their kids. They have passports, but they will not get them for their kids. And I'm like, that is even rougher as far as I'm concerned, right? So unfortunately, there are still people out there that want to roll the dice, and with so many cruises being diverted and just all kinds of other stuff, and all possibilities of missing your ship are greater than ever. And it as a travel agent, it really it's a real nail biter for me. So
Okay, Eddie.
My man, I do not leave the house without it. That's the first thing I always make sure that we have with us. Especially homie here looks, when I was working in the West Coast, everybody will ask me what part of Mexico was I from. When I worked in New York, a lot of people will be saying, what part of Italy or Spain or whatever the deal. But I will definitely be picked up in something happening with the government. And let's say I'm in Cozumel, I could be picked up easily. So I carry that sucker with me everywhere. I put it in my front pocket, and it's there with me wherever we go. Even on the ship, I'm running around with that thing in my pocket. So yes, I'll take that sucker everywhere, anywhere, and as much as possible. I do not leave the thing in the house. I have my own license with me. I have my certificates for my pacemaker. I got all that stuff with me. I don't leave none of that behind. I'd rather leave my credit cards behind before I leave the passport. So that's how much I carry that thing everywhere.
Yeah.
Same thing with us.
Same thing with us. That's the same thing what Eddie said, because I always take it. Always. It's always in my backpack. His is in his backpack.
Yep.
We carry it. We in addition to carrying that, we carry every document, for all of us in our backpack.
Yeah, the kids don't get to even see their travel documents.
Nope,
so.
not at all.
Yep.
Not even their credit cards do they get to see.
I know, right?
None of that. They don't get to see none of that. It's just put aside. Hannah knows, and Grace and Elijah know they got credit cards, those green light things, and that's what they shop on. They don't shop on they shop on our money, but because it's on their card. But we don't just say, here, take it. We don't do that. No, not at all.
Got to be responsible.
Yeah,
for sure. And Flea Market Floppy Disk, first of all, thank you for coming on to the show. We really appreciate you coming in.
And after yesterday's show, Jeremy and I had a conversation about the kids club. Like two of our kids don't really like to go on cruises. They've been on one. We'd rather be in school. Okay, no problem. What's the boy name? Elijah. Wait, he's got this switch thing that he thinks that, if he leaves it, it's going to be gone, or somebody's going to steal it, that he wants to put it up when he's gone, the school, he's in this, I can't leave this Nintendo Switch thing out, he don't want to leave it here and go on a cruise. and Gracie is Miss Student Council. You know.
Oh yeah, she's got to be there for her duties.
Yeah, she's
for
got shirts
for local school government. She'd rather miss the cruise and take care of her constituents.
Yes, so you know, leave their stuff at home.
It's your politician.
Seriously,
she
wants to be that.
Yeah. And so does Elijah. They call Elijah the future president. Elijah is more like Scott.
He wants to be a lawman. Actually, he wants to be a police officer.
Yeah. And he's more like Scott. He will talk to you and he reminds me of Scott. I always say that, you know.
Yep.
And he tells us, no, I can out-talk Scott. I say, I don't think so.
I told him we need to put you and him in the same room and see who could out-talk each other.
Yes. He's gonna literally.
Yeah.
Literally. You don't understand, you know. So, but to answer this question, we always keep Hannah's stuff with us.
Mm-hmm.
This last cruise on the Prima, we allowed her to keep her card around her neck.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we take that even.
Dad's got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no, because our money is connected to that.
Right.
So we take anything that is valuable to us.
Yeah, and we'll just hang on to it for her, you know. Yeah. But this time around, it was different.
It was different because we were around people like Scott and Eddie and Alice.
Mm-hmm.
So if she was doing something illegal not illegal, but you know, flamming it around. No, flamming the card around or something, they would have taken it or said, don't do that or something. Right. We were, you know, and she didn't do any of that, you know, so I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
And speaking of people to watch and keep an eye on, what is the list for the remainder of the day on YouTube, Eddie?
And let me pop it right here. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. This is a day ago. Come on, PSP. Why you always do this to me? Mr. Paul, sir. Okay, well, 11 o'clock will be a moment in the world with Darion. Also, will be live today sometime around noon.
Yes.
1 p.m. will be Roy and Becky's Travels. Live action. We also have a premiere from the Butt Files today around 5 o'clock. At 7 p.m. tonight 8 o'clock will be 7 p.m. It's cruising, controversial cruising will be on tonight at talking about some bar discussions and stuff. Also at 8 will be Across the Waves with Traveling with Tinkerbell, with Keith and Alice Lugo Studios, all three together in one show. Also, Antoinette at Fun will be on at 8. Mountain Folk will be also at 8. I believe George and Gregory or something like that, also at 8 o'clock. It's going to be a big, nice round of groups at 8 tonight. So please keep an eye on what's going on and enjoy.
Yep.
Chili's Cruises.
And Emily reported that Chili's Cruises will be coming on at 11 a.m.
Or 11 a.m., yes.
As well. So there is a great lineup for you for the rest of the day.
And yesterday we went into Mashes. And when we go into Mashes, Miracles and Mayhem, when we go into her, you know, she mentions all of our channels. On
the morning show.
Yep. And then we went into Savage Batman. He had a live yesterday. And again, they mentioned all of us.
Yeah, Batman shouted us out. And one of his mods dropped our link. So yeah, that was cool. And here's an announcement. Traveling with Tinkerbell says across the waves, we are going to the port of Naples today.
Naples, Italy. No, Naples,
Naples, Florida?
When I heard them talking about it last week, I went, Naples doesn't have a port.
Yep.
And then finally hit me, oh,
Italy.
Italy. Yeah.
So
Yep.
Naples, Italy.
Italia. All righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing in the shenanigans with us. As always, we appreciate you coming in for the show. Y'all hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Everybody take care of each other out there, really. And never, ever forget. Oh,
okay.
Wait a minute. We got a special request. So, yes, we will have a different outro today in classic Go Live Together fashion. And we're going to give you, yes, we are going to give you some dance moves from.
Yes. And this is something everybody
drill.
has to learn for 2.0.
We got to do this together on the Lido.
On the Lido.
Yep. We got to.
Yes.
I'm going to have to learn it too.
See you later, guys. Good morning. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.